or good morning, or good afternoon, or good night. So I wanted to bring up a few practices and meditations that perhaps I haven't had the opportunity to teach much, but have actually been a big part of my own practice, part of my own development, part of my own evolution, especially in this inner and spiritual path. So the times that we're in provides a perfect opportunity. And the meditative path is, they often call it the sharp edge, because it's quite difficult. So the yogic path, the meditative path. And that's because we're required to literally dig in deep and face the fears. And often we're engaged in life's activities, which are often the distractions from ourself. So we don't actually address what is deep. So yoga practice can even be a form of distraction when it's done in a, what we could call surface way, but what we can actually consider as just the normal way. Going to class, doing poses, okay, maybe you're with your breath, etc., but it still actually doesn't penetrate deeper. And then I get people asking, well, you know, what is the actual effect? Does it actually help, etc.? And it can be super powerful, but you have to allow the door to open more and more. Now, we have input from ourselves, we've got input from others, and we've got input from, call it the cosmos, the environment. And as noted the other day, those are the three levels of dukkha: disturbance within, disturbance from around us, other individuals, society, and disturbance from the environment itself. But the fear we speak of is, it's not that it's injected from outside. So, uncertainty around coronavirus, changing economically, societally, is not an injected fear. It's rather a strong trigger stimulation to a seed of fear that's already inside. And meditative yogic practice is designed to look at that. And regardless of coronavirus, etc., when one practices deeply, you go into deeper practice, you actually start to unearth deeper fears, lower down. Now we're probably all facing it at the same time. So in my own path, my own growth, my own previous practice, it has involved a lot of dealing directly with deeper based fears and facing them. The method is actually straightforward enough, but the ability to do it and stay with it is the tricky part. And that's why this path of yoga, path of meditation is a very sharp edge. It's easy to slip off. It's easy to fall back. So the corona thing might be completed in 1, 2, 3 months, at least the big pandemic scare. And many of us will just forget. And we'll be back to our routine. And we won't have addressed something that's deeper and that we have an opportunity for now. Or another approach is, well, it doesn't matter, and you know, even if I get sick, I'll be okay, and you know, it's no big deal. Meaning decisions that are more surface, lighter, and that are really just avoidance of the issue. So of course we're responsible, we take appropriate action for our good, for society's good, for the environment's good. Hence all the steps around the world of isolation, etc. But for myself, I don't want to miss the opportunity of looking at this and literally unplucking, removing, dissolving a deeper vibration. And if you understand the teachings from these texts, it's very clear, you know, in these distortions, the fear is right there at the base. And it's there because we don't understand. And we go through life not understanding, and we don't address it. So now, if you have been experiencing, whether right at this moment or over the past few days or weeks, a certain amount of anxiety, different stress in and around the heart area, some of that might manifest in the upper abdominal area, and maybe not direct on anxiety attacks, but strong impulses, maybe not all the time, but at different moments of feeling uncomfortable, tense, call that even scared inside. So this is a perfect opportunity to look right at that and dissolve it. So wherever you are, maybe you're sitting in your bed right now, maybe you can be on a chair, couch. You don't need to take one of these yoga postures, legs crossed, sitting upright on a cushion. In fact, I've done some of my best work with this, just sitting back, relaxed against the bedboard. Posture. It's not that the heart is collapsed and closed, that has space, but you just chill out. So take whatever relaxed, chilled out position that you feel good, where your shoulders can relax, heart stays open. Maybe you're leaning against something. Maybe you want to sit like I am now, in more of a standard, classic, upright pose. Your choice. Now, this I do recommend closing the eyes, going in. Often that's even the first fear to get past. Closing the eyes because, oops, we're back in the dark. We're back in the seat of unknowing. So with the eyes closed, and I'll do the same. Now whatever you're experiencing in and around the heart area, and even if it's not coming up right at this moment, it'll come up at a later point today or tomorrow. So apply this. If fear comes up, this concern, it's going to consume your thoughts, of which you will exacerbate it, you will make it worse. Now the total practice is this and nothing more. You need to take your full attention and you need to invert it and look straight at that sensation in your heart. There's no other thought, there's nothing else to say, there's nothing to push, do, nothing. Just take your full attention, invert it, look in at the heart space that feels under attack, that might be going towards anxiety, etc. Look at it. Nothing else. Invert, look in. For this really to work, it's longer than I can stay with you or work with you today, this morning. Because the sensation, call it fear, anxiety sensation in and around the heart, is coming from a deeper place, deeper, almost non-cognitive place. It's coming up and you're experiencing it. And you need to stay with this, looking at it, releasing. Looking, it dissolves. Look, there's nothing to be afraid of. Look, see, be. It's okay. And it might take longer than my brief description here, but the whole practice is one of the bravest practices. On paper sounds simple, almost unnecessary. In practice, it is the key. To not dissolve this fear now means that psychological block continues in your system, and it will surface again and again, no matter how many more sun salutes or how many more breath retentions you do, or how many more chants, or how many more sitting style meditations. This now is real. This is in you. This is happening right now and needs to be engaged, needs to be dissolved. So I will now, for the next few minutes, say very little but prompt this inversion and dissolution. And then continue it yourself after we log off here, close off. And do it at other times that this unfortunate incident but opportunity presents. Take your mental attention, invert it, go to the heart. Say nothing, think nothing, be there. Relax there. Be in the heart. Let this expression of anxiety, fear, stress resolve and dissolve. Be in the heart, be with the sensation. Let it resolve and dissolve. You are okay. You are okay. Any other thought invading is not helpful. You are okay. Be in the heart. Dissolve. So it is resolved. This is only effective if you actually do it. You might be listening to me now, thinking about it. You're wasting your time. The path of practice is real. It's engaged. It is in it. And this exercise is completely powerful when fully engaged in. And it's powerful when engaged in when the sensation of whatever you label it, worry, fear, concern, anxiety, form of stress, arises and takes over your heart and impacts the upper abdomen and even the rest of your system. This is the time to apply this, invert, be right with that sensation of the heart. No other thoughts. Be with it. Dissolve. Resolve. And if it's really working, you'll be able to do that until you actually pretty much lose consciousness, disappear. When you come back, literally, you're in a different space. That inner inversion has done its process. Now I understand that this is not an easy event, but it's an essential process, essential practice. What we did with Thanks, Forgive, Help, we'll build it up, back it up. The next meditation I'll do live here in a few days will be just to get grounded. Then we'll start putting all of these together in one session. Opening the heart, getting grounded, and then doing this inversion. So I'll stay with you for another 2-3 minutes, going into the heart, and then we'll sign off and let you continue, or just at least understand it so you can apply it later. Just take a soft breath, let your belly relax, navel relax, abdomen relax. Feel that your diaphragm sinks as a result. Now you invert and just be with the sensation in and around the heart. It's okay. Be there in and around your heart. It's okay. I don't know really what's going on. I'm okay. Let me look right here in and around my heart. The sensation might be strong and fighting. It's okay. Be now here inside. It's okay. Keep your belly relaxed, your diaphragm sinks. Invert into the heart. It's okay. I don't know. I trust in not knowing. It's okay. It's okay, let it relax. Now continue however much longer you want now today with this, right now, and continue at other times in your own time. And we'll be connecting again very soon.